Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am very excited to share with you my entire video game collection. Hey guys, welcome back. Like I said, I just want to go over my entire video game collection. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, that's, this whole channel, it's titled Kyle's Movie Collection. I do a lot of movie content on this channel, and this is the first time that I'm doing something not necessarily movie related. I've had a few comments in the past or things said on live streams just asking what video games I like. I don't really consider myself to be a gamer by any means. I do have a Steam account and I do have a decent amount of video games apparently, but I don't necessarily play them all that often. I usually, if I have extra time, I usually find myself watching a movie over playing video games. So if you're not really curious on what games I have or what games I like. I'll be making more movie content next week and the weeks to follow, but I figured I'd make this video now just to kind of go over all of the different games that I have. So before I jump into this whole thing though, I should give a full disclaimer that I have not played a lot of these games. I like the idea of them. I like the story that I've heard from the games, but I have not actually sat down and played through the entire game. A lot of them I have played, bits and pieces of here or there, but I'll try to point out those ones that I have. But majority of these that are, I'm currently sitting on the floor, that's why I keep looking down, but the majority of these games that are around me are ones that I have not really gotten around to playing. I will say that when I worked at one of the video stores in the past, I got a very good discount, and I ended up buying just a ton of video games at that point, mainly because I liked the idea of the whole video game thing, and yeah, I never gotten around to playing with them. So at some point, maybe in the future, I'll play them, but. I'm just these are kind of, I have them kind of separated out into like different categories. I don't know how accurate these categories are, and I'm just going to kind of roll with it because there is a ton of different systems. So I didn't break them into like the different systems or not. They're all just kind of broken into categories. So I don't really have a good way of organizing video games. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm just going to jump right in and go over them. So. Starting things off, these are two that I've never played, and actually they just announced a, I think there's a TV show or something announced for this. I could be mistaken in that, but that is BioShock and BioShock Infinite. So yeah, two games I've never played. I know there's a BioShock 2 out there, but I've just never gotten around. I think it's like a fun looking game. And then I have here, in no particular order, this is Hitman Blood Money. And then Hitman 2. This one has a bunch of stickers all over it because I got this at a Mac Bids or Mac Discount warehouse. And then I have here in this cool edition Hitman Absolution. So this is one that they were going to throw away at at one of the video stores that I was working at, and I think it was because it's missing. Yeah, it's missing the booklet in it, but it has the discs in there. So they're going to throw it away, and so I figured I'd grab it for free. There we go. And then I have Killzone 3. And then when I got my PlayStation 4, this was one of the first games that I picked up, mainly because it was fairly cheap. But this is a Killzone Shadowfall. So I've played this one a little bit, not a ton. And then these are like, I consider to be like post-apocalyptic type of games. But the first one here is Mad Max. I don't think I've played that one. I think I'm still still need to. And then these, I know there's a TV show or something, or a movie or something coming out for these, but I have Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. So I've played bits and pieces of both of these, I think. Maybe it was only New Vegas. Not a ton. I would like to actually sit down and play these, but... And then I have here a whole stack of Star Wars games. So as some of you guys may know, Star Wars is my favorite movie, or Empire Strikes Back, I should say, is my favorite movie of all time. And so I've been a big Star Wars fan growing up. And so, you know, along with Star Wars, there was a ton of video games. And so at some point, it'd be nice to collect all of the Star Wars video games out there. But as for now, this is just kind of, you know, everything I have. But starting off, this is actually a PC game. I don't have too many PC games, like the physical copies of the PC games. If I have PC games, they're on my Steam library, which again, don't play them all that often on there, but I do have a Steam library. And some of these, I don't even know if I could actually play these without going through something like Steam. But this is the game Star Wars Galaxies. And I remember getting this at Goodwill a long time ago. And I remember it just having like this giant like manual with it, and it just it had like just different booklets and the games, and I think it was like only a couple bucks at Goodwill, and I thought since it was Star Wars, I would pick it up. But then I remember it this opened up too, which is kind of fun. So it's a game I've never played because I believe this just needs a Windows 98 computer, if I'm not mistaken, which I do not have. But then I have here Star Wars Battlefront 2, just a classic. I've definitely played this one a few times. And I have Lego Star Wars 2, another classic. Honestly, just fantastic game that I've played multiple times. And then I have some PC games. This is Star Wars Jedi Knight Dark Force 2, or Dark Forces 2. This is Star Wars Empire at War. This is, yeah, just two games. I've never played either of them. I think this is actually brand new still. This is Star Wars Knight 2 Jedi Outcast, which I remember my friend had this for the Xbox, if I'm not mistaken. I remember playing it on that. Then I have Star Wars X-Wing versus the Fighter, or TIE Fighters. And then Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds. And then Star Wars, or Lego Star Wars, the video game, just an absolute classic. I've played through this one many times. This is one that I really grew up on, that I've played a ton with my friends back in the day. I remember sitting in their basements with the original Xbox, and you know, we had like a blanket fort or whatever just going on, and we were sitting there around the little tube TV playing Lego Star Wars. But and then this is another one that I played through multiple times, but that is the complete saga of Lego Star Wars, which in my book, this is the only Lego Star Wars game, this is the complete Lego Star Wars game. I know they made ones for The Force Awakens and stuff, but those don't count. So this is another PC game, Star Wars The Old Republic. So just another one that I think I got this actually for free somewhere, and I've just never gotten around to playing it. This is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. And Dark Forces. And another version of the complete saga of Lego Star Wars. This is for the Wii. And Star Wars Starfighter. And this is just the disc of, this is Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. So I think I got this used maybe at a Goodwill, and I was missing the artwork. Just another copy of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. This is for the Xbox. And another classic, this is Star Wars The Clone Wars. And this is a weird one where they also had Tetris included. So, but those are all my Star Wars games. I know there's definitely more out there, but yeah, it'd be fun to actually collect all of them at some point. But jumping into another series that I grew up playing a lot of. This is, I think I've played mostly all of these, but this is the Halo series. So this is the first Halo game that I got. This is actually Halo 2. I remember I got this from GameStop, and if you'll see this pop up a couple times where when GameStop, when you would just get like just a disc, it was like missing the artwork. And so my brother actually printed off, this is before, we learned how to properly size things, but it's kind of a custom artwork. It's definitely smaller than what it should be, but it does the job. So yeah, this was my first copy of Halo. Then I have a copy of Halo 3. This is just the disc. Then I have the first game. And then an actual release of Halo 2. And then just the classic of Halo 3. And then those, I think I've played all three of those, but I have not played, let's see, I've not played Halo 3 ODST, so that's one I've not gotten around to. I have played Halo 4, so this is one that I completed, which is fun. And then I have not played Halo Reach, so yeah, those are all the ones of the Halo games I currently have. And then these are, I would just consider to be like kid-friendly games. So some of these I grew up with. Some of these I just have. But Zoo Tycoon for the PC, just a classic. 3D Mini Golf, another just classic game that I've had. Crazy Machines. Like I said in previous videos, I really liked building things, and so I have a copy of Crazy Machines, which is a fun one if you enjoy building things. Then I have, this is one that I recently, or semi-recently got. This is Lego Harry Potter Year 1 and 2. So this is a complete collection. So me and my wife are actually playing through this game, which is kind of fun. And then I have Lego Indiana Jones, which I believe I've played through this one too. This is Pac-Man World 2. So I think I've played maybe bits and pieces of that. Another copy of Tetris Evolution, I guess. Viva Pinata, which is just a game that Xbox just marketed like crazy for. A copy of Wii Sports. Lego Lord of the Rings. Some of these I got like at thrift shops. Like this one apparently I got for 50 cents, and it's just the disc. But this is a crossbow training for Link from for the Wii. Lego or not Lego, just Minecraft. Then I have another copy of, or is this my only copy? This might be my only copy of Mario Kart. And then I have here, this is a brand new sealed copy of Wii Sports. So this is one that I'll probably be selling in the future. And then this is a very small stack of sports games. I don't really necessarily consider myself to be a sports fan, but I do have a very small stack of sports games in comparison to how many sports games really there are in the world. But I have here a couple of Tony Hawk games. This is Tony Hawk's Underground game, which I remember playing this one quite a bit, mainly building different, because you can like build different maps and stuff, but Tony Hawk's Projects. This is a Cabela's African Safari, which I've played a little bit of this. Madden 11. I think I got this free as well when I was working at one of the video stores. Blitz the League, which is just kind of fun, like the idea of an M-rated, football game. But this is another Cabela's Alaskan Adventures. And just a fishing tournament, or tournament fishing, sorry, game that I've played bits and pieces of as well. But then this stack is just going to be kind of like miscellaneous stuff that I couldn't quite figure out what category to put it in, so I just have it here. But this is a PC version of Mafia 2. Spider-Man 3, which I think I've played through. Battlestar Galactica. One of my favorite things that I own that I think is just so wild and so fun, but this is Sneak King. So this is a Burger King video game, which is kind of a wild concept. But Enter the Matrix. Assassin's Creed. This is the first game. This is Marvel Ultimate Alliance. This is a GameStop case, if you were wondering. That would be missing the artwork. So they would just put basically this type of case on it. We have X-Files for the PlayStation. The World Is Not Enough, James Bond game for the PlayStation. Another James Bond. This is Agent Under Fire for the PlayStation 2. We have Crackdown, Alpha Protocol, Pimp My Ride. It's one it's actually still brand new. Armored Core 4. Then I have here, this is Perfect Dark Zero. So, I don't think I've ever played this one either. And then these are some games that my wife had when we got married, that they currently sit on my video game shelf because we don't really have anywhere else to put them. So these are ones that she grew up with, that I've probably only played maybe one or two of these, but just, you know, classic Rock Band. This is just a game party game, I guess. Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. A lot of these I should say, most of these are for the Wii, I should point out. But Just Dance. Just Dance 4. High School Musical Sing It. Marvel Ultimate Alliance, as like for the Wii, I guess. Family Game Night 2. Then I have here, this is Deca Sports. This is Just Dance 2. Connect Adventures, this is for the Xbox 360 Connect. Harry Potter for Connect, another Connect game. Guitar Hero World Tour. Dance Dance Revolution, Hottest Party. This is We Wish You a Merry Christmas, and it does not have the artwork, but that is what the inside looks like. I think it was last Christmas. My wife and I played this every single day. It is a very addicting game. Then I have the Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian. This is Dance Central. This is NBA 2K10, so this is 2010, or 2010, yeah. You Draw Studio. Playground. Super Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. Just a copy of Wii Fit. Pictionary. And Connect Sports. Yeah, so that is everything that my wife kind of brought in to the collection when we got married. But these are kind of I have these in the category of just like open world games. It's probably like not my type of game. I don't really necessarily like, just open world, just go and do whatever. I like games that are more on like rails, where it's more of a story driven game. So I have here, this is Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, but that's for the Xbox 360. And then I have Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, which I did not think I would like this game, but I've actually played through a decent chunk of it, and it's honestly just a fantastic game. And then I have Red Dead Redemption. So it kind of falls into that open world, I guess. I don't really know how else to put it, but and then this is the Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year edition. So I believe this includes the zombie version too. I'm not really sure what the difference is, but I have both. And then I have here a couple of the Saints Row games. So this is just the first one, Saints Row. Then I have Saints Row the Third. This is remastered for the PS4. And then Saints Row 4, which I've played a little bit of this, but not a whole lot. Then I have 2 copies here of Lost Planet. So I have it just regularly, or the regular edition for the Xbox 360, and then I have this. I believe this is also for the 360. This is just a steelbook of the game. So, and then I have these are games that I've always liked the idea of, but I don't know. I'd like to actually play these someday, but I have Gears of War, Gears of War 2, and Gears of War 3. And then same thing with these. I have Mass Effect, Mass Effect 2, and Mass Effect 3. So I've played, I think I played a little bit of the first Mass Effect game, but I've never gotten into the rest of them. And then these are my like racing games. So anything that had to do with like cars and racing, I just kind of threw in here. But this is Need for Speed Most Wanted. I feel like just like a classic game. I have Midnight Club 3, Driver 3, Test Drive. I've played this one a little bit, but this is Burnout Paradise. I remember playing this a lot when I was growing up. And this one I also played, which is Need for Speed Carbon. And Gran Turismo 4. So those are all my racing games. And then moving on to my, similar in the racing thing, this is all of my Grand Theft Auto games. First off, I have here, this is Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PC. I think I got this for free as well at the video store. So I just have that here. And then as far as the rest of the Grand Theft Auto games, I did my best to try put these in pretty much the order that they were released in. But I have here, this is Grand Theft Auto 3. So this was part of a box set, I believe, with 2 of the Grand Theft Auto games. If I'm not mistaken, one was Vice City. But yeah, this is the original Xbox version of Grand Theft Auto 3. And then this is actually, unfortunately, in the wrong case. That was probably part of this original box set, but this is Grand Theft Auto Vice City. So it's same cover, but is just the Vice City version of the game. So I do not have the original artwork for that. Nor do I have it for, I guess, this version of Vice City, but this is for the PlayStation 2 of Vice City, which I believe this was my first Grand Theft Auto game that I got. And then I have here 2 different versions of San Andreas, which I probably should just get rid of one, but I have it for the original Xbox and the Xbox 360. So both of those, and then I also have here apparently another version of it, but this includes all three of those games, Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas for the PlayStation 4, and this is still brand new, still has stickers all over it from Mac Discount. And then I have a copy of Grand Theft Auto 4. This was one of my first, I should say, this is also another one of my first Grand Theft Autos. This is a copy of Grand Theft Auto 4 that I got at GameStop that is missing the artwork. So I still have my, my little, like, cheat code thing that we made up back in the day. Because I remember this is one that my friends and I played a lot of growing up. And then, again, just another copy of Grand Theft Auto 4 for the PlayStation 3. And then this is episodes from Liberty City, Grand Theft Auto 4. So I believe this includes the fourth game as well. So I guess I have a bunch of copies of that. And then just the special edition of Grand Theft Auto 5. I remember being very excited when this first was announced. I pre-ordered this. This is the Steelbook edition of the game. So it has this, has this really nice like Steelbook in here, along with just some other stuff like a map and it's fun stuff. And I even pre-ordered the special edition of the game manual and everything. I was very excited about that. And then I have just another copy of Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PlayStation 4. So maybe I'll be getting Grand Theft Auto 6 whenever that comes out. But again, I just don't play video games that much. Especially I used to play them way more in high school than I do now. I just don't have it anymore. And then these are all of my like war/Tom Clancy games. So I have a decent stack here. So some of these aren't necessarily war, they're more of just like shooter games, but I'm just putting it all in the same category. But this is Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. This is the first game, just for the PlayStation 2. This is Splinter Cell Double Agent. Rainbow Six Lockdown. Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow. This is Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, this cool steelbook. This is Battle Stations Midway, so it's kind of just another like war game. Medal of Honor Frontline, which I feel like I had a couple Medal of Honor games, but unfortunately I got rid of some of these. So I should get those back. This is just Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. Rainbow Six Vegas. Let's see, Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Modern Warfare 3 for the Wii. Let's see, Medal of Honor Warfighter. And then these are all my Call of Duty games. So I have Call of Duty 1 for the PlayStation 2. Call of Duty 2 for the 360. Call of Duty 2 Big Red One for the PlayStation 2. Call of Duty 3. This is still brand new, I guess, for the 360. And then pretty much from here on, I've played through all of these games, at least the story mode, which I always enjoy the story mode more than the actual just like open fighting part of it. It's mainly because I love the story parts of games. This is Modern Warfare, or Call of Duty 4. Call of Duty World at War. We have Call of Duty Black Ops. We have Call of Duty, I should stop saying Call of Duty, Black Ops 2. Modern Warfare 2. A Steelbook, I think this is for the 360. This is Modern Warfare 3. And the last one I have is Call of Duty Ghost. I don't have anything beyond that. So that's all of my like war related games. Now kind of going into probably my favorite types of games. I have like 3 more different categories to dive into. But I'll start off with these. These are all of my, I guess these are all like horror games. So some of these might not be considered horror, but I just put them in this category because I don't really know where else to put them. So like this one, I'm not really sure because I've not actually gotten a chance to play it, but this is Predator Hunting Grounds. I don't necessarily know if I would consider it to be horror, but it's in here. We have a PC version of Doom 3. So, and just Doom Eternal. This has a bunch of the stickers all over it as well. And another version of, for the Xbox, Doom 3. Let's go. I have a couple PC games here. This is Alien vs. Predator 2, I believe. So these I got at a thrift shop. Yeah, so this is the PC version of Alien vs. Predator. And then I have Alien vs. Predator 2. So this is just disc 1 and disc 2, missing the artwork. This is the Alien Trilogy. Blood Drive. This looks like a zombie type of game, like zombie survival type of game. Alien vs. Predator for the 360. Alien Isolation, which I've played through a decent chunk of this, which I really enjoy. Then I have, this is some of my, oh, I should say the second one of this series was one of my first horror games that I got, but I have the first Fear game. This is the one that this is kind of what got me into like horror video games, and that would be Fear 2. So I remember playing this, many times late at night. I was like alone in the basement, all the lights off, headphones on, like volume up, playing this game. It's a fun time. I would highly recommend if you like horror stuff. And then we have Fear 3. I don't know how well these games hold up, by the way. I should say that because it's been a long time since I've played them. And then I have Fear Files. So this is just from on Xbox 360. And then I have, these are games that I remember, like going to school, I had a friend that played these and really, really liked them. And I've played through a little bit of the first one, and again, just never had time to actually complete it. But I love the idea of it, and that is Dead Space. I have Dead Space 2. And Dead Space 3. And then I have, let's see, The Last of Us, which I guess is also a TV show now, and I have heard really good things about it, but I have the original game that I've never played. The Evil Within, which I've played bits and pieces of. Dead Island, which again, love the idea of this game. Sounds just so fun. Dead Rising. I feel like there was just like a point where they were just cranking out like zombie video games. And then I have, let's see, these are all Resident Evil games. So this is a series that I would honestly like to try to collect all of the games for. I think it would be kind of a fun thing to have all of the Resident Evil games because they made a million of them. But I've played through Operation Raccoon City. I don't think it was all the way through, but I've played through a decent part of it. So I'm not sure what the order of these are, so I'm just going to kind of dive in. But Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, Operation Raccoon City, Resident Evil 7, has stickers all over it, I apologize. and Resident Evil Village. This is for the PS5, which I do not have a PS5, but I got this cheap enough that I figured I would, you know, grab it and then eventually get a PS5, but it's a hard purchase to justify when I don't really play the systems that I already own, so, you know, someday maybe I'll get one, but, and then the last of the horror games, I have a couple Evil Dead games. This is Evil Dead Hail to the King for the PlayStation 2, which is in perfect condition, which I'm very happy about. Evil Dead A Fistful of Boomstick, which I believe all of these are, I mean, they all have the manual and everything, so they're all like complete in great condition. And another Evil Dead, which also has the manual, which this one just looks wild. So very happy to have all three Evil Dead, or the original three Evil Dead games, which I have not played any of them, but I have them, so maybe someday I'll get into them. And then going into my another type of video game that I really enjoy, and that is like the adventure type of game. So this I have a decent stack here, but I have Tomb Raider for the PlayStation, Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider 3, and Tomb Raider The Last Revelation. Then I have Underworld, let's see, Tomb Raider Anniversary, which this might just be a remake of the original. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which ones these are like remakes or not, but Tomb Raider Legend, The Angel of Darkness, which I believe I have all the Tomb Raider games, if I'm not mistaken. And this is just the remake, I guess, or like a soft reboot of the series. And then this is Rise of the Tomb Raider, which I should say I've played through this one completely, and I'm like mostly done with this one. I just, you know, haven't finished it. And Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which this is the Steelbook, I guess, limited Steelbook edition. And then this is one of my favorite series that I've played through all of these games, and that is the Uncharted series. So this has the first three Uncharted games on here, Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. So just fantastic games. This is the reason why I even got a PlayStation 4 to begin with, was to play this game, and that is Uncharted 4. So I was very excited to play this. I originally had these all on PlayStation 3, and then this came out, and I really wanted to get a PlayStation 4 to play this, which I spent $52 on this game, which is kind of annoying now looking back, because this is a fairly cheap game. And then this was the spin-off game, The Lost Legacy. So this is just, I guess, the last one of the series. I believe there might be another one, if I'm not mistaken. But that is all the adventure games that I have. And then this is my favorite series of all time. This is a series that I have played through actually multiple times, and I absolutely just love. This first game, although it's not necessarily part of the series, it's kind of like made technically by the same people, and that is the PC version of Counter-Strike. So, or this is Counter-Strike Source, I'm sorry. So it has, I guess, a couple things in there, but I've never actually played this, but I believe I have that for the PC. And then just another PC version of Half-Life. I guess I should say the series is Half-Life. I don't know if I was clear enough in that. And then this is also just put out by Valve, and that is Portal 2, which I've played multiple times. And the only way to play Portal 1 is, at least on a system, is through this, which is the orange box, which has Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and Episode 2, Portal 2, and Team Fortress 2. I also think this includes Half-Life 2 as well. So, yeah, it's a great, if you are into the Half-Life world, this is a must-own. And then I have here, this is the original Half-Life game for the PlayStation 2. But there is a version of this game. It was like a remake, the passion project by a bunch of people called Black Mesa and it's only available on Steam. If you like the Half-Life series, I cannot recommend that game enough. It basically takes the original source material and just makes it better. I love this game, but I also love the remake that came out, or the Black Mesa version of it. Just fantastic. And this game was actually quite a bit of a challenge because I think I got it at GameStop. And it was a little scratched, and so I had to go on this whole like journey to try, and this is when I was younger, I had to go on this whole journey trying to figure out how to clean the disc. And so I actually took it to a rental store that had a disc cleaner thing and paid a couple bucks and had it cleaned, and then it worked fine. But yeah, this is one of my favorite games of all time. But I will say that this game, this is the last game that I'll talk about. This is the game that kind of like really like got me into this world of Half-Life. And the one night I was on eBay when I was younger, and I was going back and forth between this and one of the Rainbow Six games, and I'm so glad that I got this because this turned out to be probably I would say this is probably my favorite game of all time, and it's honestly just a solid game. I've played through this at least once, maybe twice. Actually, no, I've definitely played through it twice, and it is just a great game. But that is Half-Life 2. It's so fun. I even made, at one point in high school, I made like a spin-off like little movie of the Half-Life story. It was not good. It was not good at all. But I made it in high school and it was fun. But yeah, so this is my favorite game. Could not recommend it enough. But that is every video game that I have besides what I have on Steam, which I won't go over. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below. I know this was a long video, but let me know in the comments down below. Is there any video games in here that you've played that you really like? Are there some in here that are just not very good? Like I said, I've not actually played a lot of these, so I don't really know if, what's good, what's not good, but, is there any in here that are your favorites? Is there, based off of what I have, would you recommend any games too? Because it'd be kind of fun to maybe, dive into other games because, I don't clearly have enough, but thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.